Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Girl Talk with Milyssa Lee. Uh, Tonight, I wanted to talk about coming out to your friends and family. Um, my own journey has been very interesting. I recently had the opportunity to come out to my first person today, and my best friend for 10 years. She accepted Milyssa with open arms, and we're planning on doing some girls' night stuff together. It's liberating, and I did ask her though, how would her family react, and she said they'd be fine with it, totally fine with it. I'm going, that's good, because that's one positive. I'm not expecting that kind of reaction from other members of my family or friends. And that's we don't know how they're going to react. People come from all different backgrounds, and that will influence their reactions. So don't expect a warm welcome when you come out to anybody. Sometimes it's good to really know who you're going to be talking to, really be open to how they may feel, because in some ways it may be a shock. Maybe they already know. I have other family members that I eventually want to come out to because I'm going to be spending a lot more time as Milyssa as I try to figure out where I'm going to go in life. But I do know that Milyssa is a part of me, and it's become a dominant part of me. So I will talk about more of that probably in a later video. So I have immediate family to speak to. Now, my brother found out about it when I was originally dressing 20 years ago, and it did not go over well. We had a big falling out. And then for some reason, we were able to put it behind us after a while and get on with life. Now, that's when I had put Milyssa away when I met my wife. And then I did not dress or do anything feminine in 20 years. I embraced my masculine side. I was denying it, telling myself how I was over that phase. I didn't need it anymore. And I think that's how they accepted it and didn't talk about it anymore. Well, now that I'm alone again, Milyssa has come back out in a big way, stronger than she's ever been. And I sometimes wonder, I think about, well, what if I could have just stayed dressing 20 years ago when I was so much younger, or even younger in my life, like so many other CDs and trans women do. And I'm realizing for my personal journey, I needed it to be this way. I had a lot of growing up to do. I had a lot of learning to do about myself, about the community, about the world at large. And we're living in a time right now where CDs and transgendered women are more accepted than they've ever been. And at the same time, we're being more vilified than we've ever been because of politics. I'm not going to get into politics today. I'm just going to say that there are some advantages right now to being who you want to be. There are many girls who are still dressing at home, maybe in secret. Their spouses or girlfriends don't know, or they're just too afraid to go out into public. And that is perfectly fine. People have to go on their journey at their own pace. And you have to decide for yourself what's in your best interests. I'm very bold, and I'm not afraid of much. When I'm Milyssa, I just have a confidence I'd never had in my life. So I've been bold enough in the past, and I'm doing it now, going out in public, going out with other girls, going to clubs or restaurants, or people's houses, whatever. I have no problem with going out because I'm comfortable with me. I'm comfortable with who I am. Uh, I like the way I dress, which is a little classy, but casual. I need to learn how to dress down. That's my problem. Thankfully, I'm not overdressing like some girls tend to do when they're first starting. I've mentioned before, YouTube tutorials are your friend. They will teach you everything on your makeup and clothes and how to act and working on your voice, which I have a lot of work to do on my voice. It's still higher than my normal voice, and I've even had friends point out to me that my mannerisms have completely changed when I'm Milyssa compared to my masculine self. And I believe it because I can see it in my own videos and how I respond to people on camera. So if you choose to come out to someone, just be prepared to accept rejection. You have to be prepared for that every single time. You cannot expect a positive reaction. I got one today. I was thrilled, beyond the moon. But I'm not expecting that moving forward. And I have to take it all one step at a time. And depending on who you tell, you could tell one person, and if it goes bad, that person could be on the phone to 10 other people before you know you're really out. You have to be prepared for that. Me, I am. I'm in a very unique situation where I have nothing holding me back in life. I have nothing tying me down, and I have a freedom of being able to be myself, go where I want to, and try new things and just explore life and live life the way I want to. And it's not being, arrogant or anything. It's more comfortable. I feel more comfortable now to be able to live my life that way. Again, that's my journey. You have to figure out on your journey what you want to do. Some girls will never come out of the closet. That is perfectly fine. Some girls will maybe wear women's clothing under their regular clothes. That's what makes them feel in touch with the feminine. Again, perfectly fine. Whatever is comfortable for you. If you decide to tell somebody and they accept it, that's great. There's a woman I follow here on YouTube, Sydney Lovekiss, and I put her YouTube link down below. She's a transgendered woman, and for the last few years, she gives all these clips and great advice for girls on every subject. And one of them is about coming out. And the thing is, she said that when you let the genie out of the bottle, there's no putting it back in. So even if you come out to a family member and they say that they accept it, okay, they're going to still look at you differently moving forward. Even if you're only a part-time dresser, and when you go into male mode, they're going to look at you as that female mode. Some things you have to get used to. Everybody has their own little prejudices, and it's human nature. You have to develop a thick skin, and you have to be able to accept that people may not always be totally 100% on your side. You just would do whatever feels best for you. And if you're more comfortable staying in, stay in. That's, again, I keep saying it, perfectly fine. Whatever works for you. I'm going to, in my own journey, I'm taking small steps. I've reached out to one person. I have a couple of other people to reach out to that I know will probably accept it, and we'll keep it quiet. But then there's the hard ones. There may be some people in my life that I may never come out to. Now, depending on how I'm going to move forward in my life, there may not be a choice to that. I will jump off that bridge when it comes to it. It's, again, I've only been back out a couple of months, but I was dressing before, so I remember a lot, but I'm older, wiser, and that's the key too, is having the maturity level to know how to handle certain situations, how to react to certain people, grow that thick skin. You're going to get the haters. I mentioned the haters and trolls in another video. I keep getting them all the time when I do my live streams. So far, nobody's bothered me here on my channel. That'll change. I mean, I only have a few subscribers right now. I'm brand new. It's going to come out. If I do get bigger, the trolls are going to come out of the woodworks and attack me and call me all sorts of names and, saying I'm grooming children or some stupid, I almost said shit, stupid shit like that. Uh, you got to just let it go. Let it go and just be your authentic self. And don't worry about what anybody else thinks, because people are always going to have opinions, and you know what they say about opinions, uh, and what everybody else has. So anyway, I just wanted to give that little bit of tiny advice. It's very, very high level. There's not as much detail in there as possible because it's an individual journey. I'm always willing to talk to people if they have questions about their own journey or they need advice. I can just share with you my own experiences as part of that advice. I'm not an expert by any means, but I'm happy to talk to people. You can put comments down below, or you can even email me. I put my email address down below as well. I have no problem sharing that. I've had a few girls reach out to me, and we've had some great conversations. So I'm more than happy to talk to anybody. So that's it for this evening. Thank you again for tuning in. We'll be back again soon with another great video. I try to mix up the topics. Oh, I will mention one thing. We are talking about doing a podcast, a girls' podcast. So that's in the early works. We'll see what we can come up with. Anyway, have a wonderful evening. We'll talk with you soon. Kisses. Bye-bye.